You ever have that situation when are you okay? First of all, are
I
you
always have this
you
situation
always have the
specifically.
Stephen, this situation I'm talking about specifically is it's about dreams, okay? Like
Okay.
are you a big dreamer? Like, do you remember your dreams often now, or have you ever had like segments?
Yeah, the key to me remembering my dreams is because when I usually have dreams or nightmares, they happen in the middle of the night, not
Yeah,
like before I wake up in the morning. So if I wake up from it and I like spend 5 seconds trying to remember the dream and
right.
recollect it, I will remember it tomorrow. But if I go right back to sleep without trying to remember it, I'll forget it. It'll
It's
be
just gone.
gone.
Just like delete it. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, control alt, that's gone forever. Yeah, dude, I've had the same thing. I mean, I've gone through some weird patches in my life where I've had like recurring dreams, and then it kind of like because of those recurring dreams, I like was able to find a way to lucid dream through that. I was just like, oh, this is a really weird time in my life. And then I had some like almost magical dreams that I know I've shared with you over time,
Hmm.
but like I haven't really shared with many people in my life because it's crazy. But you ever have this situation, Steven, where you're about to like you're clearly dreaming. You're completely in the dream, right? And then
Hmm.
someone in the dream says something that segues into you waking up naturally. Like Steven, this is what happened to me literally this morning, right? I'm like deep in my dream. I'm in some lady's house and like she has this old time radio and she's talking to me about her life and just telling me like just standard like cool life stuff like like oh yeah, well, I was from Wisconsin and this is where I went here and then my husband went off to war and I did and she's just telling me like everyday life stuff like just her story, right? And she goes, oh, hang on, honey. I love this song. What do you think of this? And she turned on, and then my alarm clock goes off, like my do do do
So
do.
I was actually gonna say I don't really have like a segue, but the one segue I do have is some of my alarms have like a reggaeton sound to them because I set like 5 alarms to wake up in the morning,
Yeah, I used to.
and there are plenty of times where like my dream is themed around that sound, and then I wake up. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's happening in the dream.
it's so interesting because like of course you can explain it away. You're like, well, our brains knew there was a radio, and we're just like making that up as we're foggy and waking up. And you weren't really dreaming that. I'm going to gaslight your dream and to make sense of this. But
It's
it's
like no, I was asleep. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah. Like
asleep
I
when
was
this was
dead as hell
occurring.
asleep. Like it's so fascinating. Like that literally happened to me this morning where I was like, oh yeah, this lady is like really into my alarm clock sound. And like I woke up, I was like,
She's
wow.
like,
Yeah, just like,
just
like doing the Charlestons on my like
yes.
dude, yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. I think it's like fascinating. I've had so many strange like dream situations. I know my fiance's also had a lot of strange like dream coincidences. So much so that she's like, I'm pretty sure if I dream about someone dying, they just die in real life. And I'm like, oh boy, like I please keep me out of those
Keep
dreams
those
for
curses
a while.
away.
Like
I
yeah,
do know for Tina's sake, unfortunately, we call him Sleep Steven. And actually,
oh
Sleep Tina has made her debut in the last like five
yeah,
or 6 years, and Sleep Tina's a bitch too. But Sleep Steven is just the piggest of men. Like
oh
he is sleeping, he is slinging, he is doing everything. He is undermining Tina in every way. And like when she's one of those people too, where when if she has a really horrible negative nightmare about me,
oh,
she doesn't take it out on me, but she is like emotionally like upset from it. And
okay.
then she like recovers. I've always woken up and been relieved when I wake up and realize, oh,
Oh,
that's
I'm
not
not
my
living in that.
reality.
That's other realities. That's
That's
other
other
realities.
realities. There's some shit out there. Like this, this isn't necessarily the best reality, but it is much better than those ones. But yeah, so I know that Tina, like we call him Sleep Steven, and he really is the biggest prick in the world.
Yeah.
And I always tell him like he's like the antithesis of me, baby. Like he's like my alternate self that is just everything I'm not. He is, Professor Plutonium made him in a lab with all the opposite ingredients of the Powerpuff Girls, and like it's just not me.
Malt, sweetness. Wait, what? And everything.
Chemical Y.
Why, Steven? Dude, oh my God. Do you remember that time we were in the car and Tina was like asleep and you're like, oh yeah, I can
Oh,
ask her
I remember. Yeah.
when she's asleep.
We're gonna keep that one under wraps,
Okay,
Anthony.
yeah, we won't say what Tina said. It was hilarious though.
She
Anyway,
admitted, but she did admit to me later that she was messing with us. So I don't know what was true because it really did feel like she was half awake.
I either she gets an Oscar for the best performance of all time,
Because
or
it was a very good, if she was pretending and just did that to fuck with me, That's funny, but I'm pretty sure she was just
Dreams are
telling it
so
like
weird.
it is.
Like, dude, my brother has always like he talks in his sleep, he walks in his sleep,
He like
like
stares in his sleep too. I
stares,
remember that
sleeps with
story.
his eyes open. Like it's creepy what people will do in their sleep. And Tina tells the truth. Anyway,
Yeah, Tina is a beacon of truth and honesty.
no. But if you have any weird like dream situations, or if you've ever had like recurring dreams, or if you have that like weird dream segue thing, let us know in the comments. I'm really interested in hearing about yours because I've had a couple of them recently, and I feel like my brain's just getting really good at like creating a dream playlist where like, oh, we're always gonna play this song last. Like it's always like, oh
That's
yeah.
it. This is the closer. This is the encore performance right here,
But
baby.
but
This is
what sucks about it, Steven, is I never get to like my final dream is never like I was saving the day. I'm like flying through space. I'm fighting a T-Rex. It's always like I'm with some stranger and they're like, "You ready for the song, sir?" And I'm like, "No, do we have to do
you're
this?"
with some stranger and it's I think you should leave sketch is like what it is. It's
He's like,
just awkward and
"Like this
uncomfortable.
song. You
Dude,
like it?
did you watch his new show by the
I
way?
haven't yet. Don't.
Dude, it is great.
All right, don't spoil it. If you watch
Cammy is it.
the
Go
chair,
ahead, sorry.
the chair company, I was
Yeah,
gonna say, if you've seen that show, don't spoil it, but let us know what you think.
no, it's great.
Yeah,
It's what you want. It's what you want from Tim Robinson. It's like it's exactly what you want. It's what you're paying for, baby. It's like what you're getting.
oh my God.
Cambria is a huge fan of Tim Robinson, so like everything Tim Robinson related we watch with her. So
Normally in the show, we talk about things that aren't just dream related, except for we chase our dreams. Found a segue, Steven. Let's get to the show.
let's chase our comic book dreams.
Yes. Showtime. Hello. Welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
Every week, my best friend Stevie Wildcard and I get together and we do our best to overcome the various issues and obstacles and nonsense and just existential dread that life throws our way. Yeah, and we do our best to overcome these problems and get something done. Most recently, we've been working on a supernatural superhero culty comedy comic called Deathless. We are now on issue
Deathless.
freaking 4. We are working toward. It's a 5-issue series. We're trying to make 5 issues of this flippin' book. And Steven, it's been taking us a while. I'm not gonna lie. It's taking.
It has been. I really need to like full speed ahead it. Like I just need a good stretch of days so I can like get through like 3 or 4 pages and really get the momentum going. That's what I need.
Yeah, I think I need it too because like I need like that spark, because like when I was writing.
Yeah.
I was like, and that's the thing that sucks about making comic books, like when you write like a short story or a novel or whatever, like you write it and you're like, haha, I can now put this into the world, of course you have to edit and do this stuff, but like it's done and you're like, here it is, and you're just like, this is my book, you can consume it as it exists. For this, I'm like, I wrote this thing a while ago and it takes so long to see it and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But my brain is like, it already existed. That happened a while ago. Why are you living in the past, sucker? Like it's time to live in the present. I'm like, oh, but the present is still working on the past.
The present is still completing the tasks of the past.
Exactly. So we're still working on issue 4 of our comic, but I think I'm happy to say that this week I was able, despite a crazy week at work and despite just like being just burnt out and like overwhelmingly exhausted and busy, I was able to get some freaking coloring done. And like
That's
I sat
great.
down and I was like, hell yeah, I'm doing it again. And like it feels good. It feels good to like be like now I'm
To
starting.
get into that sweet groove,
Yeah. Well, like it's just to realize I can carve out that time and still get other things done. Like I could Steven, Atlas, I got him a tablet like last Christmas, I think. I got him a tablet to draw on. Like it's just a drawing tablet. It does have like like access to games and like different stuff. But I was like, I hope he starts drawing on it because it's fun. We love drawing and we like to force our interests on our children. No, but I was like, he was showing interest in drawing, so I was like, I wish I had this when I was a kid. So that's what I'm gonna give it to you. If you use it, awesome. He kind of didn't use it for a while. Like he used it for a while, then kids get sick of stuff. And dude, recently he found this app, and it's an animation app. So they give you like a little, it's a cell, and you can draw whatever you want, and then you click next, and there's an onion skin of yourself, so you can create flip books. So he's been spending the last like few days just like drawing flip books. He's made like one like people fighting, people kamehamehing, people like
Oh, that's awesome.
dude, It's been so awesome to see. And but what's really cool about it is he can sit on the couch and he's doing that while we're watching something and I am coloring our comic book. So I'm just like we're sitting next to each other like
Just all
tandem, like
absorbing all that.
yeah, and we're all just like, we're doing
Yeah,
things.
because Tina and I mean, the side by side time is really important too. Like, of
Yes.
course, you want the one on one time where you're actually paying attention to one another. But honestly, being able to just sit in each other's presence is usually pretty
Yes.
amazing, you know?
Dude, it's so important too. And like I feel like that's been like a struggle for me lately is I'm like, I want to do everything. I have to color, but I also want to spend time with Carly and I also want to spend time with Atlas. And I want to spend time with Carly and Atlas and I want to like spend time with myself and I want to like do this. But like juggling all that stuff just becomes just unsustainable. It's just like impossible.
Hmm.
Like too many pots are on, everything's boiling over, and my skin, I look like Freddy Krueger, And I'm just like, what do I do? I can't, my hands are burning, and like one of them has knives on it. What's happening? But finding these little moments it's everything, and it helps
Hmm.
so freaking much, and it makes me feel better because I don't feel like I'm neglecting anything. Because you know that feeling? Do you have that
Hmm.
with like the girls and with Tina and
I
everything?
always call it the whack-a-mole feeling. Like, I feel like when you finally hit the one, there's three that have already popped up and dropped down. You've missed them. You know what I'm saying? And that it's a horrible feeling. Like, you feel like, I would say my most regret is like, I do feel like, even though I mean, like, our kids, I mean, compared to my childhood, I mean, we have dinner as a family every night. You know, Friday's the only exception because Tina works Friday evenings, but like we have dinner as a family every night. We have bedtime. I mean, we do have those moments of the day. It does feel like they're growing up so fast and I'm going to miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah,
feels
dude.
like you can't, but honestly, with kids, it feels like you can't absorb enough time with them. So, like, you're always going to probably have regrets, you know? Like, that's just the truth.
Yeah,
But yeah, I get that feeling though completely. Like, where you just
yeah.
don't feel like you can, like, give enough of yourself to everything, you
No,
know?
and then you end up in that place, like what you're talking about, where, well, you're like, I'm here with you, but also I'm exhausted and I'm drained and I'm worried about the 10 other moles that are popping up that I like,
Hmm.
just like, what am I supposed to be doing? And really, you're supposed to be there and present in that moment with them, but it's just hard to get there sometimes,
Hmm.
Like, I know everyone can relate to that. It just freaking sucks. But dude, I've been feeling that burnout really bad. Like this week has been especially bad. And I won't get into like the weeds of my job. My job is mostly so much fun. I really do just like I've never had a job where I didn't dread going to work. Like I'm actually like, oh my God, I wonder what today is gonna bring. It's gonna be silly and crazy and like absolutely bonkers. And it always is.
And it's
Every
always good vibes. I mean, you're basically just hanging out with a bunch of friends, essentially, right? I mean,
it's the best vibes. Like it's literally I'm excited. Like we make jokes all day. I'm just like, oh my God. And part of that it makes me feel like, oh man, I was like we were making silly jokes all day. Now I'm gonna go home and like I don't even feel silly or funny or like I'm because I'm also tired because of all the other stuff that I did aside from
mhm.
working with friends. But dude, I won't get like too much into it. But like we had normally it's like every 2 weeks we get one shipment of books. We got basically three shipments of books in the time we normally get one, which is, I mean, I know it's just crazy, dude. Like I had to make all these lists of all these people and like the entire inventory of every single book and every single variant and every single thing that every single person ordered. And then I had to go and just, oh my God, make the files for the things and go and like collect all the things. And it's just like one thing after another and it's nonstop. And not to mention when all of these books come in, they have to be bagged and boarded, every single one of them, which is literally thousands of books, dude. Like imagine like that like all day, just like oh God, just bagging and boarding all day.
It's the Kickstarter times like 10
It really is, dude.
all day for a few days. Like, that's
It's nuts.
crazy.
So yeah, it was all day for a few days, and people called out. So like I'm and like whatever. If people get sick, it happens. So it's just like
I,
crap.
I actually had a pretty bad cold this past week.
Oh,
So
it sucks. Are you all right now?
yeah, it was all in my head and chest, and then I was like, but it's like I can tell I'm still not 100 yet. Like, I keep thinking it's allergies, but I'm like, no, this allergies is like it's everything's runny. This is like
Yeah,
sticky. Everything in me is sticky. Like, it's not like it's hard to get out, but it feels like everything's just sticking. It's just not
gross.
fun.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
I hate that. But yeah, but despite everything, I was able to sit down, spend time with my family, and get coloring done this week. So I felt
That's
really,
amazing.
and you got a
And
page.
I got paged. I really wanted to get two though, so that's why I'm getting frustrated. But
Yeah,
I gotta get it done though, because I want to get. I feel like if we can get to page 14 or 15, we can launch the Kickstarter and then wrap up
that's
everything. You know what
actually
I'm
that
saying?
was what I was.
That's I think that's the best plan because 15 gives us a two-thirds of the book, right? And then it's just wrapping it up, you know?
I was actually going to say, like, at the end of the show, I was going to say I'm going to start building the Kickstarter this week. That's one thing I'm going to start doing because we have
Maybe I should set that goal for myself. What is it? It's the 14th. I want to have, so I'm on page 9, so I want to be on page 15 by the 30th. So that way maybe we can launch the Kickstarter like Halloween, like
yeah.
November, something
Oh,
like
heck
that.
yeah. Yeah, that'd be
Well,
awesome, dude.
that's my actual, that's probably a more realistic goal because then I can actually, it's still more than what I've been accomplishing each week. And then
Yeah.
we can be there. So I think that's what my goal is going to be. But I did finish page 9, and page 9 is pretty cool. It's a pretty action heavy. So I did like a weird little panel layout thing.
Nice.
And then the next few pages are going to be action sequences. So which is either going to be super easy or super hard. That's what happens with these pages. Like one of the pages I drew, I think it was like total time was like only 2 or 3 hours, and then the next one's like 8 to 10. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It all depends on like that fluidity. You know, like there are some moments where you're just in the zone and everything works, and then you just slam right through it. And then some days it's like I can't fucking think of it. I've drawn like, dude, the
oh,
bottom panel where I drew Mary leaping,
yeah.
like 'cause she gets knocked into the pillar and then she leaps back up, right? The first I actually deleted it, but I should have sent it to you because the first thing I did was just her standing up with her claws coming out. But the thing I actually ended up going with was her full like dynamic leaping
That-
out of the corner with barreled shoulder in the foreground. So I mean, it's a completely like so much more dynamic than what I
yeah,
had drawn originally, and I'm so much happier that
yeah,
I
dude. And
changed it. But
it's so important to make those little changes, even though it's
mhm.
extra work and it freaking sucks. Oh god, I had that situation. Well, I went through this actually at work today. I had to design this box like for a collector set because dude, my job is so weird. I have to be like a so, jack of all trades sort of thing where I'm constantly doing stuff. But like, dude, I had to design this box for one of the comics that they're making, and for like, dude, it was like 3 hours. I just like spun. I was just like, I'm going
I
through,
hate that. Don't. Oh, I hate it so much
I'm
because
going through
literally
all
the same thing you can be done in
the
5 minutes if you're in
Yep,
the zone. Like
exactly.
it's so crazy.
And you know what's funny? That's what happened. I'm sitting there spinning, and finally it just clicked, and I was like, I know what I have to do. And it took me like 10 minutes to like really put it together once I knew what I was doing. And then when I did it, my like Chris came over and he was just like, I love this. And I was like, fuck yeah, like I nailed it. I was like,
Damn, and like, what do you think? I think that sometimes I do question, and I'm not trying to self-diagnose or anything,
yeah,
but sometimes I do think it might have, maybe I do have some form of adult ADD or something where like my brain really isn't like I can't
just full.
channel and focus it. Like maybe there is
Yeah.
something that like
Well,
I could take to make me better at that, but I
no,
don't
I
know.
know. I know.
Because like,
We both
how do
have
you
some of
how
these
do you,
issues, but I also do feel like it's a struggle for everyone, especially these days with all of the
creatives? I think is something.
and especially creative people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's tough, dude. And like I sit there and like it's interesting to watch the pieces all come together because it feels like a shards of things. Like instead of like puzzle pieces, it's just like little pieces where I'm like, ugh, this doesn't work. This sucks. And it sucks the whole time. It's like just being cut by shards of stuff, but then eventually this
Mhm.
mosaic fills in, and I'm like, oh, I see what this was supposed to be the whole time. Why am I looking at it as in
It
these little
clicks.
shards? This
Yeah.
makes no sense. Maybe if I would have just looked this way in the beginning, it would have been fine. But instead, I was just. But it's also the case of like maybe also like those little tiny incremental steps help you get to that place where you needed to be eventually,
Mhm.
and it's just draft after draft. It's just if we always want to skip all of the like rough drafts and just get to the final, the
We
final
just want
art.
to be final pens. We want to do
Yeah.
the
It's
final
true.
ink layer.
I Atlas had that problem yesterday. We had a family. We've been trying to do like family activities, especially for Halloween. So we're like decorating and doing little things. And like yesterday, Carly got us these awesome like clay. It's like air dry clay figures. So it's like each one is a different character for Halloween. So it's like little skulls and like ghosts and stuff. Atlas was like, I want to do this demon. And he grabbed it and he was really excited. But then, like, as he's doing it, he's realizing, like, oh, molding things into a very specific shape is more difficult than I imagine.
Mhm.
So he started like giving up, and I'm like, ugh, like if you were actually like not liking it for any other reason, I'd be like, all right, yeah, let's do something else. But you're just kind of like, this is hard. So I'm like, we have to work through this because things are difficult. And you have to actually
You gotta
like
learn how to fix. Yeah, you gotta
you have
learn
to
how
you
to
have
do it.
to learn how to put some willpower behind this and just be like, listen, this is my first draft. It is going to get a little better. I know it sucks right now and it feels bad to see something that doesn't look great, you know? But the more effort you put in, the more steps you take forward. Eventually, you are going to have those shards fall. You're going to chisel that thing into the shape that it should have been, or that you imagined it could be, you know? And dude,
Mm.
he did, and he freaking loved it. He like finally put these wings on it and stuff. He's like, can I put it up there? I'm like, hell yeah. It goes up over here now, you know, so it's like, displayed in our house. And then he got all excited and he made these other little figures just like, creatively out of, like his own custom figures. I'm like,
Now
yeah,
that he's learned some shapes and stuff, because that's what
yes,
probably it's doing too, is it's
ex
teaching you.
exactly,
Let's
dude.
be real. And even now, like with drawing, like every drawing you do, it's got pieces of every drawing you've ever
Yes.
done. So
Yeah, we're all just weird creative machines. We're just
mm,
AI just
we're just
act.
AI generators
Yeah, we're just
with
generating
very
our own
specific
lives.
set.
It's so funny. The world is a remix, Steven. But it's been an exhausting week. But dude, I do have some good news. So I made my book free for this week.
Ooh.
Until for just the digital copies are free. So if you're out there right now and you're like, I can't afford any money because I get it. I've been there a million
Holidays are upon
times,
us. This is
especially
crazy.
freaking holidays. But yeah, it's a free digital copy. It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. You can also, if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can just read it for free. It's just on there. Mostly just, I just want people to read it. I'm interested. Like if people like horror comedy, like monsters and stuff, I want them to read my dang book. So like, yeah, feel free to read it. I would love it if you did. So I will say like because of that, I've sold slash given away like 15 copies today, which is
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool. So like 15 people have gotten it so far today, and that's really awesome. But yeah, dude, it's really cool. I was actually thinking since we have like new comics out, freaking have a book out, and I'm just like, we have all this stuff. I was like, maybe I should make a new intro for us, and we should like do like
Mm.
a like episode one again, but like not like oh but like for new people.
Are we going like full Peacemaker and changing the theme song?
Ooh, I don't, I've thought about it. Like it sucks because like there's a part of me that's like, oh, the theme song is like important to me, but at the same time I'm
Mm.
like, I don't know, we can make a new theme song. It doesn't matter, like I want it to be something good. Maybe we should, I don't know, what do you think? You think we should get a new theme song and make a
Ooh,
new
maybe we should take a poll. I mean, I don't know, man. That is tough. But I mean, podcasts rebrand all the time and they shuffle
Yeah.
their intros and
Yeah, so I mean that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, we've done it like as a joke a couple of times, like soft resets where I'm like, anyway, like let's like
Mhm.
but I really do feel like I want to keep the art and stuff, but just be like really push it and be like, hey, this is who we are and this is what we're doing. Because right now we're kind of like just doing it for us. And like I know we always will. Like, that's always going to be the main draw, but or like the main focus. But as much as I appreciate the like there are probably like 12 people who made it this far. Like maybe
Mhm.
if that. It's not going to be many people who make it this far. If you made it this far, comment like hashtag ostrich colony below and let us know. Like let us know. I know that it's not going to be that many people. But like the reality is our views even with regulars have been dropping, and I'm just like, it doesn't really matter as long as like we still make our comics and we still, do the things we want to do. But I am curious, like now that we've been doing this a while, I can like edit things and I do want to see if we can like push it to the next level because we have a good amount of subscribers now, and like I'm just wondering if we can somehow convert that into actual viewers and how to do that, So like it maybe
Part of me has wondered if we should even try to like revisit like how we film it to some extent, maybe or
yeah.
something.
Well, that's
Maybe
true too.
maybe add
Well,
more production to this part of it. I don't know.
that's true too. And like we were joking on our text about Mondays, but like that's part of it. It's because it does come out every single week and we normally record the night before it comes out. So I don't have a lot
Listen, it's
of
not
time.
as impressive as South Park. It's not as impressive as South Park, but it is seven. So 7 days to air. I mean, and actually for us, it's 2 days to air, or
Literally,
one
we
day,
live.
1 day to air,
It's 1 day to
12
air.
hours to air.
It really is, dude. Well, basically, like we're recording this right now. What's really going to happen is tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to sit on the computer. I'm going to edit about half of it, and then I'm going to take care. I'm going to get my son breakfast. I'm going to get dressed for work. I'm going to get him ready for school. I'm going to do all this stuff. Go to work. Work for my whole shift. Pick up my son. Come back home. When he works on his homework, I'm going to edit the rest of the episode, and then I'm going to post it. So like it's just those little segments of time I have to edit. And that's why like I don't get to add a lot of stuff. I do kind of miss the what do you call it? Like the here this. Let me show you.
The back and
The
forth.
back and forth. Yeah, well,
I
yeah.
think that format was good. You know,
I like that too. I think the only problem with that is I tend to talk a lot sometimes and I don't like it. And so I'm trying to get better. But
it actually just really depends on my own energy level, because if my energy level is meeting yours in that moment, like I do talk a lot too, but
oh yeah.
sometimes you just have a lot of cool shit to say, and I just have to, that's this cool shit. I got to hear it. I got to hear it, and then I can
You're
formulate and then respond.
No, I totally agree though. Maybe we should. Let's go back to the mostly format because I do think that there's
I'm
something
wondering how I can improve like my video quality though for you. You know what I'm saying?
um
Like maybe I just need to buy a webcam.
a different
Yep.
camera maybe
Instead of utilizing my
because
IMAX webcam, because I mean this is an old iMac at this
yeah,
point, but
that's true. It could be the camera. It might also. I mean, whatever this is, I could always. Yeah, no, leave it. I'm leaving it all in. We could. I mean, you could look at maybe. I don't know if your Zoom settings are recording on like the highest
that's
quality. Maybe. Sometimes that's an issue. I mean, I'm not too
it just
worried
makes
about
them
it.
make. Mm-hmm. Oh wow, I can do effects. I can do an avatar.
You do an
That's
avatar?
cool. Hold on a second.
You can do an avatar, Steven?
Hold on a second.
Steven, are you about to avatar me?
I think I am.
Oh my God, Steven. Oh my God,
Hey,
Steven,
so
what?
here's the thing about comic books,
Okay,
and
tell me about comic book Steven.
they are moving, and like they are just sheer and utter delight. Like I just, I don't know, bovine.
Oh,
Now I'm a cat, a cool cat at that. It's super cool, actually. I'm like, this is the worst like avatar based filter I've ever seen. Like the mouth isn't even moving to my mouth. Like iPhone has so much better. Like now I'm a dog. What is this? Is this a
I think
polar
that's a
bear?
polar bear.
Is
Yeah.
that a polar bear with like a, I don't know.
Like a Steve Jobs sweater.
And now I'm Jason Bateman. Anyways, that's
So
cool. Oh,
if
there's some
you're
video filters too.
if you're out there and you're like, hey, you guys should definitely be cooler and use more video filters, we missed that Jason
Like
Bateman
this,
spot.
baby. You should use stuff like this. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see that, Steven.
You
I
see
love
this?
it. That's definitely that's gonna be the thumbnail for the show.
It's just look how tiny that is. Why you do me like that? Oh, but,
I promise Steven's head is exactly that size though.
oh,
What?
this
Okay, Steven, why does that work though?
I don't know. This one kind of does. I mean, like,
It's-
and then I just pull this in, like, and then. But I am the Lion King.
Oh my gosh, Steven.
Why am I just not discovering these, anyways?
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
there
I feel like these can stay though.
I feel like there's so many things we can do to up our production quality, and that's all of them. I think we just went through a list of all of them. But if you're watching right now and you're like, yeah, this is what you should do. If you have like actual suggestions, we'd love to hear them. If you miss some of our segments that we used to do, maybe we should start doing some fun segments, and I can start like
Yeah,
cutting
but maybe some
those.
more segments again. Like though we had so
I
many good ones there for
Yeah,
a
I'm
second.
not. Yeah, honestly, I feel like the comic conjectures was fun and people enjoyed it, and also just like cryptid corners fun, and
Hmm.
we could do more like pitches get stitches, but like maybe I can come in with a funny title, and we can both like pitch what the idea,
Just go for it.
because like I was using.
Oh, I don't know what that was. Sorry.
I don't even.
I'm a bridge.
Hang on, Steven, this is the downside of this. Hang on, let me see. The downside, wait, do the bridge thing again.
I think I did choose Avatar. Then I went to virtual backgrounds. I went to Bridge. Oh, I'm in it now. I
Oh,
wasn't
now
in it
you're in.
before.
You
Now I'm
were
in
in it.
it.
Nice. Okay, I like what's happening. So, Steven, oh my God. So if you could see Steven right now, yeah, you can. Yeah, Steven's in space. Steven, what's it like out there? You see any aliens?
So now I'm in the the
The
Borealis,
David Boreanaz.
the David Borealis, splendiferous, and it's beautiful here actually. The problem is there's a lot of vampires here because it's dark for like
Oh
three
man,
days in a row.
it's
So
crazy.
we have to change the scenery, like it's just this is actually what our home looks like.
It really
This
is.
is
Yeah.
what we see
No,
everywhere. This is what our Walmart looks. This is what Walmart looks like in
what it
Florida.
looks like here. Actually, you know
There's
what
no
is like
aisles. It's just a
our
beach.
yeah. Most of the time our skies are nicer too, which is weird. But yeah,
Actually, they actually really are nicer than that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
will say that Saharan dust is horrible for my lungs, but it does make a beautiful sunset. I mean,
really
purples
does.
and oranges, it's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. Carly was kind of like taken by that when she was, first here. She was just like, I'm amazed by like how gorgeous it is because like we get those beautiful pink like cotton candy sunsets and stuff. It was really
Or
cool. Like the
those like you ever see those like oil paintings of the bright orange with like the
yep,
silhouettes of palm trees? Like
exactly.
that's real life. There are some nights where the sun goes down, and that's literally what our skyline looks like, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love it. But it also Saharan dust is horrible for the
Oh my
lungs.
God, that's why we talk about our allergies all the time. So Steven, yeah,
Mhm.
we're getting out all this stuff next week. Okay, we will. We're gonna go at it, Steven. We're gonna go at this show. It's gonna be our episode one. We're gonna have segments,
We're gonna
right?
save the marriage, baby. This is
We're gonna
gonna be
save the
this
marriage. Yeah, well,
this
because
is full effort, maximum effort, as
I
Deadpool
do,
would say.
I do want to do maximum effort. And okay, I'm gonna tell you though, I want to do segments, but I want to keep the show like 35 minutes or less.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? Like I want to do.
So intro,
Yep,
um, monster test,
yep,
pitches get stitches. How'd you do this week?
yep.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. So, and that's another thing I want to talk about is like I think just for like the first couple episodes, I want to do a thing where so this week what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some of these segments. We're going to give all our issues for the week, and then we're going to say whether or not we were successful at the end. Right? So like maybe it's kind of
Got
like
you. Okay.
so we do like a after all of this, what do you think? Were we successful or were we not? And then it's like, okay, we did the thing or we failed. So it's like there's a little bit of like fun tension, although that's not. It's just like, it's just like add a little bit
No,
of
no, there is a little bit of like, ooh, like, did he succeed? This
yeah,
sounds horrible.
especially
He
if
sounds like he
because
was super
it sounds
busy.
exactly. So that's what I think. I think like if we do some segments and then talk about all of our issues, do a couple segments and then do the so what do you think we went, so what do you think we accomplished? Let's talk about it. Then at the end, then right after that, we'll be like, so speaking of that, what are we going to do this week? And that'll be the end of the show. And then we'll move on. And then I think that's it. And then so this week, okay, so this week, Steven, I think I'm gonna make a new intro. Like, or Steven, should we should what should our intro be? Should it be like a clip-based intro like it is now, or should we do a shorter theme song, like a new theme song that's shorter that just kind of has like some like comic book stuff and maybe a couple of us, like couple things. What do you think?
I don't know because I feel like both work. Like I feel like what's present is great. It's classic. It's
Yeah.
it's there. It's been there. But maybe try like splashing more of our work now that we even have more work that you could
Yeah.
splash between. You
Yeah.
know.
And I mean, that's one thing that like I really haven't been doing as much lately is I've been showing the covers of like the first three issues, but I haven't been showing the interiors, which honestly I think sell like the book and like make people excited more than the covers do, which is really cool. And I'm glad we have that because like the covers are enticing, but the interiors are like freaking dynamic and like awesome. And like I think as soon as you see some of it, if you're interested in that stuff at all, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read this. I love this. So I think I'm gonna start like clipping things and maybe like using them for the intro.
Hmm.
Huh. I wonder if I could. It would take more than a week for me because of all the stuff I have going on. But I was gonna say maybe that's like a long-term thing. So we'll still start fresh next week, But as far as like the intro, I maybe I'll do like remember we've been talking about kind of like like soft animation for some for the books,
Hmm.
like for Deathless. Like maybe I'll look into like animating some panels and stuff, like having like
And then I think, dude, if you can even start to get a grasp on that, I think we should just do lay some audio recordings and do like a true motion comic and just post them
oh,
somewhere.
that really would be really cool. It would be cool. I mean, we could post honestly, we could post that on our YouTube channel as video.
Hmm.
People would love
Hmm.
that. That's a good idea. I like it. I like it, Steven. I like where our heads are at. Other than that, dude, I've been thinking like, I've been spinning lately with just like I want to write stuff again, but I don't know what to write, and I kind of wanted to write short stories, but I just don't know if I have it in me. Like maybe I do. Maybe I should just do it, and just go for it. I still want to make a dang movie, Steven. I don't want to give up on the movie. So it's like maybe like maybe we can plan on like working on stakeout after like I get married next year. You know?
You can start because you already have 4 and 5 done for me, so
Yeah.
that could be
Yeah.
something you really do start laying the real work
Yeah,
for.
like
So.
really work on it. And honestly, like I don't like I know we can do it. I know that I mean we have people. I know like Chris would back it and support us, and like your Uncle Chris would back us and support us. And we have a lot of people, at least 12 people are watching right now who would back us and support us
Who
for
want to watch this movie?
yeah, so and I've been like I mean I'm not getting any younger, so it's like we have to film if we're gonna be in it, we have to film this thing soon, because I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, I'm gonna look too old. And
Otherwise, our kids are going to be starring in it.
you know what?
Honestly,
Like it might happen, Steven. No, no. I
that
do
might actually happen.
I want to make this freaking movie though. I think Stakeout could be funny. It's just I don't know. I don't know. What do you think there's an audience for it or is it too silly? I don't know.
I don't know. Like it's hard to tell, dude, because like I was
It
actually
is.
gonna like lightly bring that up. Just like the amount of hate that like and I know it's just haters,
Yeah.
but the amount of hate that like James Gunn gets for his stuff, and I'm
Like,
like, James Gunn is literally like what I like. I feel
yeah.
like he literally has like just captured everything every story I've ever wanted to create and just put it on the screen himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and you know what sucks because like I've never in my life as a writer or creator of any sort like pandered to anyone. I've always just been. I mean, I wrote this freaking book that's like so impossible to sell. I mean, like it's a crazy book, but and it's silly as hell, and it has talking food in it, and like zombies and trolls and all like gremlins and jelly and all kinds of weird stuff. But like I know for a fact it's not for everybody. And I know if like our comics aren't for everybody, nothing's for everybody really. But I know if we made this movie, some people would watch it and be like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen. This isn't funny at all." But it's like, I don't know. I don't want to let those people dictate what we do.
exactly,
You
because it's
know?
like I like how can you watch like the Superman movie and just be like, this is the worst thing that's ever been made? And it's like that's a little harsh. And then
Yeah.
like, yeah, I just don't get it. Cause like and then like I saw someone say, yeah, it was only Guardians 1 was the only good one anyway. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's like the one of the perfect trilogies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if I'm
Yeah.
honest. Like
Well,
Guardians 1, 2, and 3 are I mean, the ego one has some weak points, but it also has some incredibly strong points. And
it
it's
really
like
does.
it blows my mind that you could even say that about the Guardians trilogy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I just think people are negative, and I think we got to remember too that I don't even know how many people are actually real. The ones like that are like
That's very
that's
true.
that's the sad and scary part too is how many of these are actual people because it's like the
Yeah.
dead internet theory is pretty it seems like
It's
it's becoming more and more accurate, you
It
know.
really, yeah, that's true, dude. It's been wild. Like I released this book, and like thankfully so far, it's only been people who've actually read it, who actually wanted to read something like that. So like the reviews are pretty good. I know I'm gonna get like 1 star and 2 star reviews from people who like should know themselves better, but they're basically robots of people, where it's like
Hmm.
you don't like this sort of book. Why did you read this sort of book? And now you're spending more time to talk about this thing. I was like, all right. So I don't know. I don't want to let those people dictate things because I think that's how the world ends up where it is. Like I think like
Hmm.
when you give those people that power, we end up letting them like drop their random shards into what should be our mosaic. And we
Hmm.
let them color our reality in a way. And it's shit. It's they give us their shit covered glasses because they have no creativity. There's no kindness, joy, or love in them. They are just monsters. And like, it sucks because like I don't want to feel like anyone's ever like irredeemable or like or like beyond. repair, you know, or like forgiveness or anything, but like these people really seem to go out of their way to make people's lives worse, and it's just
And you
so
just wonder
bad.
where, like, who gains joy from that? Like, I just don't get it. But
I
you know, to
know. I
each
don't get
their
it.
own.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I
don't
guess,
know, dude.
I guess there's people that have to critique something. I don't really get the whole critique business as a whole in my,
I don't
anyways.
either. And you know what's funny?
But
Like, well, you know what I think? I like, or like one thing I think about that. It's okay. It's okay to not. There's a video that says like it's okay to not like things, but don't be a dick about the things you don't like. That's it. And like, here's another thing though. You can be a dick about it with your friends and people you're close with, like with your loved ones and your wife, your fiance, your husband, or whatever it may be. I did that. I'll be perfectly like 100% transparent. I discovered a YouTube channel recently. And Steven, the videos are bad. They're real bad. It's not great. It's one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like I'm not hate watching. I'm watching because like it's really bad and poorly done and like everything about it is just like I want I want to support everyone who's trying to create anything, but also, oh my God, this is bad. This is why I'm not gonna mention it right. I'm not gonna name it right now. I'm not gonna like link it to you. But I did tell a couple people at work about it and say like, "Oh my gosh, guys, you have to see this." And like we talked about it and it was fun for us. I'm not going to go on their page and tell them that they're bad because it's not for me.
mhm.
It's clearly not for me. But sure, if you want to bond over like mutually like thinking something's ridiculous or bad or whatever with your friends briefly, fine. But like why does that have to poison someone else's experience or their life?
Well, I think the thing that annoys me the most, like lately, is it's like people using like box office metrics, and it's like,
Oh God,
bro, like
please
who
do that.
cares how much they
Oh,
made or didn't make? How is this? What is talk? What are we talking about? Like, why are you so good at like
it's
the fact that you're even dropping things like, well, with marketing, you know, and then splitting revenues with the theaters? The fact that that's even your
it,
argument right now, bro. The fact that these are things
Steven,
that are coming up that
I
you feel are necessary to be said is
yeah,
crazy to me.
we live in a world where people spend a ridiculous and unimaginable amount of time researching things they don't care about to have arguments they don't want to have with people they don't need to talk to.
Yeah, it's
It's
wild, dude. It's
wild.
absolutely wild.
I just don't. I'll never understand it. And like, but yeah, no, I'm with you, dude, because I've been thinking about this movie, and I'm just like, it's so silly. And maybe I should just make something that's like actually scary or like more in tune with like like a slasher type of thing or like a Terrifier or like a zombie movie or something that's like I feel like we haven't seen a lot or like a werewolf movie, like something I feel like we haven't seen, but like I would like to do. So it's still like so it's still in like the vein of something that I would really love to do, but also something that a wider audience would appreciate. Whereas like Stakeout might have a more niche audience because it's gonna be silly. It's a silly romp. It's a horror comedy with very little horror. It's mostly goofiness, and I know that's not for everybody. But like, so is my dang book, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like there's some horror in there, but like most of the time, it's just like horror elements with like funny takes. It's like here's a fun perspective on this thing. It but Steven, at the same time, Steven, I watched 8 hours of an Ed Gain show.
Yeah. That's crazy. I saw you post about
Steven,
that.
it's
And we
rough
talked
it's
about it a little
roughly
bit.
8 hours. Okay, it's not fully 8, but it's roughly 8 hours, and most of it is just them making stuff up that didn't happen. And then just like punishing you for staying at the end, or like staying till the end by being like, hey, here's this last episode where you're gonna see things that like have nothing to do with Ed Gein. You clicked on an Ed Gein show, watched it for 8 hours. Now we're gonna punish you by making you watch this weird erotic situation that you didn't ask for and had nothing to do with the story that you were hoping to hear. And it's just crazy. It's the whole thing is nuts. But my point is, if people were gonna sit through 8 hours of a fictionalized show about Ed Gein in which they just like make up whatever they want, why can't I make an hour and a half movie about whatever the hell I want? Like that's not
You're
like
not
that. I'm
wrong.
not, I'm not gonna let people dictate that. That's
Stakeout may have been more successful between the years of '06 to 12 because
yeah.
that's when like the Judd Apatow crew was really in full swing. But maybe we'll catch the renaissance of that era. You know, maybe that's what Stakeout will be. You know, like maybe it's
That's true, dude. And like I think I mean I know we would get joy just from making it. I
Yeah.
know like sitting like being in the car and like doing that and actually filming the thing would be something that
And
we
making steakhouse is another, even if it is just steakhout, it's just a step in the movie, like things, just like with
yeah,
comics.
100%.
It's the play it again of our movies, and just start
I
from there.
I think it'd be cool. I think it'll be fun. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll start working on after, because dude, January's coming. I am getting married in January, Steven. It's
When do we do like the Bachelor and Bachelorette stuff? When does
dude,
Carly want us to do that
I
stuff?
have I have no idea. Like I
Do I
like
plan it for like the week before the wedding
I
or the
think
day
I
before?
I
How
think
does that?
I think
What's the
like the
time
week
frame?
I think it's like a week or so before the wedding.
Okay.
It's kind of tricky because like most of my wedding party doesn't live here. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't want to put anyone out and be like, you have to drive for 4 hours to come do this thing, and we're gonna be here all night, and then you're gonna come back in the next week. So I don't know if
Well, is the rest of your wedding party in West Palm
yeah, but well, they're close to there. I mean, I guess we could
or
go
Coral
there,
Springs? Maybe we can
like
go to
Coral
Coral
Springs.
Springs that weekend or something as like
Yeah,
the bachelor
true. Yeah, I
party.
mean, we could. That's a good
That
idea.
might be
I
cool.
mean, see, I don't know,
Yeah.
Steven. I mean, you know me.
I don't
Usually,
know how that. I didn't really have a bachelor party, so.
yeah, I don't
But
know.
yeah, well, I mean,
I never even
we'll
thought about
time
it.
it with like a, I don't
Which
know, something cool.
what should I? Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, you're the best man. It's all on you, Steve. No, I'm kidding.
I gotta
We'll figure
figure
it
it.
out.
I'll
Yeah.
figure it out. My wife
Oh,
will guide me.
yes. Figure
They
this
are
out.
our Sherpas
They
on
really are.
this
Yeah.
mountain of madness.
Tina's just going to like text Carly, and she's gonna be like, "Okay, just do this," and then like Tina's like, "Yeah, okay, we're gonna do this," and then Tina's gonna tell you, so Carly's gonna. It's
She's
just
like, "Yo, babe, it'd be a great idea if you got like wine coolers and went to the." Well, okay, I got you. Yeah, we'll do that. That sounds
you
totally
really
cool.
know Anthony.
We'll drink some Zimas and Smirnoff ices.
No, no, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I'm not. I don't care. As I,
all
I
I know is all
people
I
to
know is
hang.
the cooler weather is coming. I did get that like
So,
when I was working today out in the sun. It was actually really comfortable, and I don't know. There's something about when that fall air starts to come in, and it's not for you Northerners. We're not experiencing a fall that you understand, but the Florida fall, like there's like a smell in the air and everything. Like, oh, the good times are coming. The good
yeah.
times are coming to Florida, and it's gonna be great. And I'm so excited.
Heck yeah. Anyway, at the end of every show, Stephen, we always talk about what we're going to do next this week. What are you going to do this week?
So I'm going to start progressing on page 10 with my ultimate goal of having pages 10 through 15 done before August 30th, or in August, October 30th is my goal. So
Awesome. I'm going to finish the page that I was coloring today. I'm probably going to finish two, and I'm going to start the freaking Kickstarter. I'm not going to do a lot on it because like we need more material for it, but like I'm going to start it just to like get it going. And I'm going to start thinking about the intro situation. I'll like
nice.
text you about it. We'll talk about it, and then we get to play D&D this weekend, which is
We
cool.
do. We'll come
Heck
to
yeah.
you.
Heck yeah. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for
You're the
being a part of the
best. We
show.
love you
This
guys.
is technically our last episode ever because we're going to start next week with a brand new show that, unlike anything, it's going to be just like this previous episodes, but better. It's going to be compact with.
Here's a sneak peek, baby.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's definitely gonna. I'm gonna try my best. I don't know. I do want to. God, I'm a mess right now. Good. But I do want to see if we can get more people to watch the show and try to like just make it a little concise and fun and like a little more segmented. Because I like that and I let people kind of talk me out of it for a while. Just mostly a couple of like. Just haters. But I like the
Let your
segments.
haters be your motivators.
Yeah,
If
and
Taylor Swift can get the level of hate she gets, we need to be able to take a hit or two ourselves. Because like she's literally the biggest pop star in the whole universe.
she is. Well, as far as we know one planet, Steven. Let's not like we're gonna get
She is
taken
she
over.
is she is the biggest.
She-
This is actually me issuing a challenge to the universe in hopes
Yeah,
that
yeah.
some alien shows up on my
Universe.
doorstep like, you are so wrong. And I'm like, I rage baited an alien to my house. This is
We're-
great.
So, but we're gonna come back strong. Thank you for watching all these episodes and just being here for us and staying this long and supporting us. Again, if you haven't read my book or purchased my book, it's free until Friday. So when this comes out, the digital copy will be available. Tell all of your friends because if they download it, maybe my ranking will go up and then more people will see my book and then just read it. That'd be nice. Who knows? Maybe Elijah Wood will read my book and then make a freaking movie out of it.
Elijah Wood, read his book,
Read
bro.
my book. It'd make a great series. It was way better than the Ed Gein 8 hours of fake stuff. This is really happened. This is a true story about the time that
About
I was.
zombies, ghouls, and
Yeah,
werewolves.
that's right. But anyway, thank you all so much. We really do
We
appreciate you.
love you.
Until next time, I'm Anthony.
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
This has been the last episode of We Have Issues, season 1.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. Anyways.
The glasses, the glasses just do me.
Boom 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 boom. That song's actually pretty epic, by the way.
Yeah, it is, dude. It really is. Carly put it on a playlist and it comes on every once in a while. I'm like, I actually really like this song.
Mike, this guy is like the reincarnation of Freddie Mercury to some
Yeah.
extent. Like this is
Yeah, like
this is some great vibes.
I love that James Gunn. Like people love to hate that guy, but like I love him and I love that he finds this music and it's just like I want to put this in my stuff and it's
Yeah, I
fun.
think that's like just so cool of
Discover
him,
that.
and yeah, like just and that's like an older song too. He just like drops like, hey, these are songs that I listen to. But he's never had a problem with like soundtrack issues. Like, dude,
Yeah.
like the Guardian soundtracks are so great. All three of them are just
Yeah, 100%.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. Dude, I love Peacemaker. I think it's so much fun. I'm so excited for what they're gonna do next.
Hmm.
Peacemaker in
Dude,
general.
so crazy. I guess
Like,
I'm not a huge DC person. Spoiler warning. This is at the
yeah,
end of the episode, but spoiler warning for
yeah,
those. I don't really know much about the Salvation Planet stuff, but I
right.
guess for people that are in the know, that's a big deal. Like all the villains go to that planet, like yada yada yada. So it's not, I guess it is like a pretty cool setup. So
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be awesome. I can't freaking wait. And like, I don't know. I mean, I guess we're gonna get another Superman movie soon. Like,
yeah, Superman,
that's
like the
super.
second, 2027 is the next
Yeah,
Superman.
that's
We're getting
awesome.
Supergirl next year. We're
Supergirl,
getting the Lantern show early spring.
I can't wait.
And
That's
then with Supergirl, we're getting Jason Momoa as Lobo. I mean, Lobo's gonna be like a main character in that movie. Like it's
so
Lobo
cool.
and Supergirl. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Like,
I can't wait. I love what he's doing, and I'm so glad it's like mostly being well received, and like people are enjoying it. Like I'm just like it's fun. So I don't know. I'm excited.
I
Damn,
am
it's
too.
9 o'clock. All right, dude.
I love you, dude. Have a great evening
I'm excited to see you this weekend.
for sure, dude.
All
Let
right.
us know what we can bring.
Oh, for sure. By
All right.
you guys, because we love you. All right, love you,
We
dude.
got whatever else. I love you, dude.
Have a good night.